Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Sundays with Jessica. So Robert Louis Stevenson, in his book Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, writes a line that a man is not truly one but truly two. This line goes beyond fiction. It states a profound truth about human nature. So inside each of us there are two selves, both of which are constantly negotiating control. One is calm and rational, the cold self. The other one is impulsive, reactive, and driven by desire, the hot self. And the gap between these two states is known as the empathy gap. So let's say that you make a decision to quit smoking. When you're making that decision, you are calm and you think that whatever decisions you're making in this cold state, you are going to be able to follow through them when you are driven by your emotions. So you make a decision to quit smoking in the morning, and let's say that there's a party that you've got to attend in the evening. So you go to the party and you see that everybody is smoking. Then you are overcome by desire, and after maybe an hour at the party, you find a cigarette in your hand. You come back home only to fall into the loop of self-doubt that are you ever going to stick with the decisions that you make? You regret that you smoked at the party. So the thing is that when we are in our cold selves, we think that we're going to be able to fight our impulses, we're going to be able to fight our desires, but that is not what happens. So this is known as the prediction bias. We just predict that we are going to be sticking to our plan. We overestimate ourselves and we underestimate the power of emotions. And the thing about this, that it is not just personal. This empathy gap, it's not just personal, it is also interpersonal. Like when we ourselves are in our cold state, we are likely to overreact to somebody else who's going through their hot state. We think, isn't that person overreacting? So we miscalculate others. We underestimate our emotions. We forget that emotions cloud judgment. There are two ways out of this. I read about this entire thing in the book Predictably Irrational by Dan Ariely, I think. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing his name wrong. And he says that the ways out of this are, first, to just not give into the temptations at all. So let's say that you're studying and there's this sudden impulse that you need to check Instagram, right? There are two ways out of this. The first one is just to not give into that impulse at all. So it's just to end that craving at all. You may lock your phone up into a box, or you may give it to your parents that just do not give it to me until like for 2 hours or something like that. So this is the first one, that you just do not give into the temptation. And the second one is that you make decisions while you're in your cold state that will help you stick to your plans when you are overcome by desire. So you may go to a party where everybody's smoking and you already tell your friends that you cannot let me smoke. So there's a restriction that you put on yourself. You can either choose not to go to the party at all if you just know that there's going to be smoking there, or you can already warn your friends that, hey, I've made such and such decision. It's going to be hard for me to not do that. I need you to help me do that. The same thing comes when we're trying to lose weight, that the cravings kick in, or when we're trying to save money, that we actually need to save money but we end up spending it. So that's like impulsive buying, the buyer's remorse, that when you buy something that you really don't need, that you fall into this thought process that why did I do it. So it gives rise to regret and self-doubt. We begin to undermine ourselves. But the thing is that everybody goes through this. We are not likely to recognize ourselves when we're in the hot state. So there's this song, Aadmi by Satinder Sartaaj, in which there's this line, he says that har aadmi ch hunda ek neek insaan, har aadmi ch andar ek ayash hunda hai. So it's like every person has this dual nature. No person is completely good and no person is completely bad. There are just two selves which are residing in us, and we have to constantly work on ourselves so that whenever we're overcome by desire, we know what steps to take that will help us get out of that. So yeah, that was it about today's video. Bye bye, see you in the next one. Also, happy Baisakhi.